Welcome back, gang. It's Deltia from Deltia's Gaming, and today we're going to do the Templar no-death run on my Imperial Stamina Templar Maximus. It's my son's name, so you know I got to get that Flawless Conqueror title. So the build that I'm using is what's posted on my website, just with a few alterations to be a little more defensive, a little more health, Engine Guardian instead of Vulcan Scoria, but this is what I use for the Flawless Conqueror, and I'll link it in the description. Okay, here we go. Round one, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, not too big of a deal here. The thing that I like to do if you're trying to go for a high score is to kind of have Razor Caltrops as a stand build on one side of the map and then your Scorched Earth on the other. Basically, you can whittle down 1 to 2 mobs and get the timer to shorten really, really fast like this. So if I take out this archer right here and I look back over, sometimes if that Caltrops is still up, it just takes a crit rush to kill the guy, meaning you can go a lot faster. But this is the no-death run, so we're going to use a lot of sigils. We're going to take our time and not do a whole risky burn on a lot of the bosses because, well, we don't need to. We just need to stay alive. So continue to work through these guys, and round's done. In between the rounds, it's really important that you refresh the buffs. You see those Engine Guardian droids? Those can be repentanced. So especially if you're going to lay down a huge Caltrops, that's like 5,000 stamina, you need to be using that in between the rounds. And if you're really low in between rounds, you can always cast Purifying Ritual. And that gives you a chance to proc your Engine Guardian droid. No matter what resource it gives you, you can still use it to heal and get stamina back. So it's very, very useful just to proc it. Okay, so basically I'm just keeping up my Scorched Earth, Caltrops. I dropped my Nova here, and I'm using Nova for this instead of Shooting Star. Reason being is I want a little more damage mitigation when it comes to the harder rounds, but Shooting Star, if you're going for a high score, is obviously the best because it's lower cost, it does great damage, and it gives a stun and a couple in power. So just realize damage mitigation is key if you're going for no death. If you're going for a high score, you need ultra damage, ultra aggressive. Okay, more of the same here. You see that I'm using Purifying Ritual a lot. You know, it's so powerful. It gives you a cleanse. It gives you major mending, 25% more healing. So I'm constantly putting this down along with my Caltrops when my stamina is full. I get a little splash of vigor, and this build is just doing so much damage right now. I mean, once it's fully buffed and I got everything running, I mean, my jabs are hitting for 6.5k on crits. So the Stamina Templar is juicy and powerful. I can get 37,000 stamina. Anyways, shut up about that, Delta. Rebuff. Okay, the most important thing for this fight here is you're not going to be killing a whole lot of adds. So you're not going to have a repentance to kind of do all the time, except for that guy. And also you're going to need a recast Evil Hunter, usually when he swaps. And of course I cast Scorched Earth and he travels, so keep that on him, especially Caltrops if you have the stamina to throw it. Make sure Evil Hunter's up. You see I killed that guy right there and it refreshed my Evil Hunter, so that's good. I don't need to recast it, but it's going to have a big impact on how fast you kill this guy. You saw right there I used Dawnbreaker at the end of the round. That's important to do. Round 2, and probably my least favorite round of the whole thing. I just don't like the spinny things. They're physical damage, but we can heal through it pretty easily using Purifying Ritual, because that's going to give us major many. It's going to give us a heal over time. And there's a reason that I like Imperial as a Stamina Templar. It's the Star of the West passive. So basically doing melee attacks like jabs, I get a chance to give myself about 1200 health. Now, that adds up over a long duration. So I have plenty of healing. I got Rally to heal over time, Purifying Light to heal over time, Star of the West is going to happen, and then Vigor if I need anything extra. So that's why I'm so sturdy as a Stamina Templar now in this patch, is just that Purifying Ritual right there that I'm laying down. It has a huge duration, very big range. And the key to getting this round done, if you're going for speed, is put Caltrops on the far side and then put Scorched Earth on the other. Basically there's going to be like 2 droids on each of the levers to the left and the right, and Caltrops and or Scorched Earth can usually kill them. So what I do is I plop that guy down. I don't even have to worry about him. He'll die. And then the other guy I can get with Caltrops or just throw a spear at him real quick and he should die. So I'm swapping in and out of abilities here, just depending on what I need. Like the Adric Spear ability, Javelin, Biting Javelin, you're going to need that for later rounds that need mobs to be stunned. Poison Injection is a lot of DPS, but there's a lot of dots to maintain when you have it, so constantly try to swap things in and out. And you also see that I'm not using Evil Hunter this round, so I constantly swap things in and out. But if you get anything from this, make sure Caltrops goes on one side, Scorched Earth goes on the other, and as soon as those little crazy guys pop up, they should almost be dead. And then you can focus on getting the spinny guy down in the middle. Kill. See, he's almost dead. And I did do a crit rush just so I get some resources. Okay, spinning guys down. I drop a Nova here. And then these guys are pretty easy. Remember that you want to kind of constantly move in a circle with those guys because they do a cleave in front of you, and they're not going to move once they cast that cleave. So as long as you're kind of moving back and forth, and you'll see me do that, you'll avoid a lot of the damage. So remember that. Okay, I hate this final round. I don't have really a good strategy to beat it. I just kind of, nuke one guy down. The key here is at 70 or so percent, he's going to get into his second cast. So right there, I got him down to about 40 some percent. That's pretty good. And for not using the ultimate. So you're going to try to hold them at like 75 or so until they do a second cast, which is going to be a cleave, a circle thing, a swipe attack, something like that. And then try to use that extra 5 or 10 seconds to push past 75 and get extra damage. You can get them down to about 50% if you have really good damage. Otherwise, you see what that guy did? He just popped up and ran back. Okay, so it's going to be really hard for this build on this particular fight. Why? There's really no adds to kill. It's just 3 crazy guys. So I'm going to be really low on stamina. It's really important that you use your Engine Guardian droids. Regardless if they're giving you magic, use them. Also, if you have excessive magic right here like I do, and I'm not using it, spam cast Purifying Light like that. Or Purifying Ritual, excuse me. Because that could give you a chance to proc a droid, giving you much needed stamina. I'm chopping him down. Oh, I missed him. See? I miss you. Okay, Purifying Light. I'm just going to light attack, pepper him, trying to get some ultimate up. And remember what your low-cost stuff is. So, it's really low cost to use some of the abilities, not so low cost to use the other ones. So make sure you use the low-cost abilities to proc that Engine Guardian when you're in trouble. And boom. Come here. Die. So I got 2 Engine Guardian procs there and dead. So remember, after this is done, I'm going to sit and chill for a little bit to get my stamina back up since I'm not going for a high score. Round 3 here is pretty simple. You got a lot of AoE, a lot of creepy crawlers coming towards you. The thing that would kill me when I was kind of practicing this 2 or 3 times is the Lamia Curas, those guys right there. Basically what they'll do is a charged up attack. And if you don't interrupt it, if you crit rush towards them, like, you're going to have a bunch of range guys hitting you at once. So that's what could kill me. So when I'm doing this round in the back of my mind, for no death, I'm thinking, okay, well, do I have that priority target? Do I need to kill that guy? First thing I'm going to do is stun him. You see that I swapped out Biting Javelin for this round? The reason why, if they're stunned, they're not taking damage. Plus, you can proc that Exploiter doing more damage than for, I think, 10% more damage while they're off balance or stunned. So that will help you get them down a lot faster. And just don't panic. Remember, this is no death run. If you need help with healing, damage, whatever, use the sigils. I haven't been using a lot of sigils yet, just because I didn't know how this was going to go. But once we get in the later rounds, I started using them. A lot of people struggle with this, and they don't use sigils. I tell them, guys, use sigils. That's what they're there for. It's no problem. Also, look how I cast my Caltrops. You see how I cast it? Basically, that can get about 2 mobs. Usually it gets the mob in the middle if a little Strangler comes in there, and the side mob. So if you want to cast your Caltrops, see how the middle guy comes up? So it can get two or more mobs with the big circle. That's really important. It's going to save your stamina. You're going to do more damage. More damage means less crap to kill, less crap beating the crap out of you. Crap, dead. And that Javelin comes in real handy. Gonna refresh my Caltrops while I have a bunch of corpses right before I use all the corpses. So don't refresh Caltrops, use your corpses, then refresh it. Okay, for this guy, he's really tricky because he's doing a lightning form, right? So you can't see when it's always necessary to interrupt him. Just make sure that you know when to block. If you're having trouble with it and you're trying to go for a no death, just run away. It's better to run away and then get the bash off when you know. He's also going to do a heavy attack about the second or third animation. So make sure that you block that, because if you don't, you're most likely going to die. So this is the platform I like to start on this fight, and I get one of the Curas down right away, because they're the ones that are going to channel and kill me. And then the initial threat is done. So I got little Strangler dude, and what that tells me with little Strangler dude is, hey, I'm going to have enough stamina to do stuff, and I have my potion up as well. So I can do a dodge roll right there and still survive. Delta, use your potion. Why am I not using my potion? See, this bugs me when I watch myself play. Delta, you're low on stamina. Use your potions, kids. I mean, I don't care if you set a macro to use them. You need to be using them every 45 seconds. There we go. And it's more than just getting stamina back. It's the regeneration that it provides for 28 or 45 seconds, depending on the quality of potion you use. So, use your potions. Don't be a baddie like me. Okay, so for this guy, the boss is really no threat. And I'm taking my time getting chains. Now, usually I just burn everything and just play it risky, but those Llama Curas, they have caused my death before, and I don't want to one death this, because you don't get an achievement for one death. Okay, so we got him, and if you really want to set up yourself for the next round, just do some heavy attacks, get your stamina back. You can go kill the Strangler to repentance him and get your stamina back as well. But you can see, don't be in a rush. We're not going for a high score. Get an ultimate up. Get your stamina full. Get ready to go. Potions off cooldown, so I can use that and I'm back up. These are the tricks that will help you get this no death a lot easier than just like trying to get a high score. We can do high score 500k plus rounds later, just not now. Okay, Caltrops down, Crazy Thing down, Nova down. So right here, I should be able to keep myself alive with Purifying Ritual, excuse me, Star of the West, and Rally alone. Because that Nova's down, has that huge damage mitigation. So I'm just going to go kind of hardcore here on this guy. Take out the ads here when needed. Try to kind of leave him in the Caltrops. But I didn't find the Strangler over here. Now Purify, you can cleanse it and kind of get your movement speed back. So I'm going to use the Sigil here, just because I don't really need the score. Scorched Earth down, Caltrops, I'm doing good on stamina. He's around the 50% mark, so it's going to be ads. Why is that important? Well, if we stack them on top of the ads, guess what? That's a free repentance for us. I'm going to get a Dawnbreaker going in the execution phase, recast my Rally, that full buff, Purifying Light, so I have about 2 to 3 heals right now. Rally, Star of the West, and that's going to allow me to finish this guy off. I'm going to stun that guy because I don't want to get killed while I'm doing Executioner, and boom, he goes away. That's it. Round 4, and the biggest threat here is basically the little spinny droids that can cast on you. You're going to have a lot of casters that are pretty weak, and remember that most of these mobs, if not all of them, even some of the bosses or mini-bosses can be stunned. Take advantage of that. If you're getting pressured and need a break, just throw a spear at them, knock them down, knock them back, and then use that to your advantage. Recast your buffs. Make sure you're continuing to kill these little critters, because they will stack up on you and it becomes a pain. So once I got my resources back, I'm looking good. I'm going to set everything on top of my Caltrop Scorched Earth if I can, and then put them down. Low on health, and I got my repentances. Remember that if you have a body there and you're at full health, don't cast repentance just mindlessly. You want to make sure you have a repentance here or there for the extra healing too. So if you're at 100% health and you're at 100% stamina, leave the body there until you get hit and you're at 70% or so. Then cast the thing. Okay, so these are the spear guys I'm talking about that can really give you a hard time. Thankfully, a Javelin, Crit Rush, and a Jabs usually is enough to just kill them because we have so much damage, so don't really worry about that. So I'm getting stun happy here. I'm going to take out this caster because they do a lot of damage. But when they do send some flame waves and fire at you, remember to use that Purifying Ritual to cleanse it. That will help you deal with the damage over time effects. Okay, so here's a spear guy. Let's get my Scorched Earth down. Of course, he jumps out of it. How dare you? And I'm keeping my distance. A lot of people that play Templar, they like to be right on top of the mobs. And remember that spear, you got 8 meters or so that it can hit the mobs. You don't need to be right on top of them to use jabs. Why is that important? Well, a lot of the mobs' radius AoE damage that can kill you, one-shot you, is 6 meters. It's not 8. So, I know this will sound funny, but know where the tip of the spear hits the opponent. Not, like, right on top. See how I'm right on top? That's not a good habit to get in, because he can do a circular AoE thing and just nuke me, and I just stood and poop. See? You want to be a little bit further back. Unless there's 2 or more mobs on top of him, that's obvious. But make sure you try to kind of start learning that, because it will save you a death or 2, learning where the mobs spawn, what their radius is, how they do damage, that sort of thing. So hopefully that's a good tip for you. Okay, so this is the round where a big spinny thing comes out, and then 2. I like to use an Nova for this. Where are they? I'm going to use a power-up because sometimes these can be a little tricky. We're not going for score, so who cares? And you notice my potion's up. I should be using that. There we go. Use the potion. Okay, so you see how he's glowing up like that? That is a big, big problem. They get overcharged like that and can just one-shot you. So you can try to prevent it by knocking down these spears, interrupting him, or just killing him outright. Okay, got him down. We got a little caster. So I'm going to turn around here. Now, once you get those guys down, about 4 little dogs come out. So make sure that if the dogs do come out, that you have Scorched Earth down, Caltrops down, and you just basically jabs them away. You can take them out real quick if both of those dots are down. Okay, so for this guy, a couple things. He can be stunned, right? So he's going to do the heavy attack where you bash, and then make sure you hold down your attack button just for a slight second, and that will stun him. So like, watch this. So boom, hold it down, and stun, or just flat out kill him. Okay. So we're looking good. Refresh my buffs in between rounds. So get a full duration on Rally. I'm going to put Caltrops and Scorched Earth down. It's probably not ideal to continue to recast it because he's just going to move out of it, right? But what he's going to do is he's going to plunk down here in the middle, right by the offensive power-up. What I like to do then is Caltrops, Scorched Earth, and Nova, and he's just going to sit there taking a lot of damage. We're right here, so you can grab this power up. You're going to put all this stuff down on him, and I'm going to run around in a circle here since I'm doing no death. But usually what I do is I just kind of stand on top of him and play it real risky, just doing damage too and seeing if I can't get it. So I'm out of resources here, so I'm looking to kill an ad to get my resources back, and of course that little spear thing doesn't want to come up. Okay, there we go. So I got 3 ads down. He's at 50%. And like I said, if you're going for a high score, you can just outright burn him here. And it's risky, but usually it pays off. Okay, so I didn't use my ultimate either. Batty. Potion, soft cooldown. Got that going again. So we're going to wait for him to plop and drop. Nova. Boom. Scorched Earth. Caltrops. Like basically just one little cast. So we're just going to play it easy here. This guy right here, the dude that's charging me, he can stun you, but he's also stunnable himself. So kind of knock him away because he will streak through you and like that. And oftentimes he kills a lot of players just because they're not prepared for him to get stunned. So then don't focus him down, just kill him. That's it. Round 5, one of the harder ones, and one of my favorite, just because there's a lot of stuff to kill and do. First platform here is the archers. Now we're not playing a Dragon Knight, we don't have reflex, so we're going to need to take out the archers priority number 1. And also this caster I'm going to show you what to do with, because if you get close to this caster over here, right there, that guy that's shooting the ice wave, what he'll do is he'll cast a circular or conal effect that can one-shot you. So what you want to do usually is just stun him and then crit rush into him and kill him like this. See, he tried to cast that circular thing, so I tried to hold block. Delta, refresh your buffs, get rally back up, you noob. Delta, get rally up. See, look at my buffs. It's a lot easier to watch your buffs when you're not getting beat on by 3 things. Okay, so we got that down. Boom, nuke. And just play it safe with those guys sometimes. I just throw a couple javelins at them if I'm going for no death, because I don't want to risk just dying needlessly. Okay, so for this boss, basically they're going to do that attack there. As soon as I get stunned, remember that you get 3 seconds where you can recast some things for almost free if you have 120 points into the middle red tree. So we got that down. I got my Purifying Light, Star of the West going with jabs. I can just pretty much DPS through it, no big deal. This is the next round. This one isn't too bad. The ogres can one-shot you if you don't block their heavy attacks. What you're really wanting to do here is take out the archer and the caster, priority number 1. And then deal with these other guys. Oh, they got me down pretty good. So I'm not going to panic. I'm going to stun them. Stun, stun, stun. Take care of this guy. Deltia, use a potion. There we go, I did. So you're going to go through a lot of potions here, and you should be using the crap out of them. Now, I don't use the tripods until later rounds, just because I kill stuff. But if you need to use tripods as an extra heal, please do. Okay, guy in the ledge here. So what you're going to do with guy in the ledge, stun him. And usually I can crit rush, executioner, repent. Gotta heal, and then watch those guys when they turn red and they do their heavy attack, they can one-shot you. So either dodge roll out of it, stun them back, do whatever you need to make sure you don't get nuked. Both dots down on this guy, and this boss isn't really hard, so you don't really need to use an ultimate. It will come in handy the next round. So, like I said, don't worry about it. Just boom, throw a javelin at him. Deltia, get rally up. Get rally up. Why is my buff not up? Okay, there we go. So guy in the corner here, he's the caster dude that I want to try to kill ASAP. And of course, a freaking troll had to spawn and go over here. So he's almost dead. Boom, crit rush. And if you do a crit rush along a long corner like that, it's pretty risky because you're going to have 2 to 3 guys beating the crap out of you with range attacks. So you're basically vulnerable to getting hit during that time. So try to limit your crit rushes when there's 2 to 3 ranged guys beating the crap out of you. It's really hard. Okay, so he's dead. I'm running out of stamina like crazy, so I need to kill stuff. I'm going to drop a Nova, and I don't want to redo this, so I'm going to grab a power-up. I did a dodge roll there because I'm just taking so much damage from range attacks. I got the defensive power-up. That shield is going to let me, basically not have to worry about range attacks for a while. It's going to let me get my stamina back, potion off cooldown, and I'm just going to take out the easy targets. Okay, troll came over. Do a dodge roll. That dodge roll, my bow bar will give me speed as well. So it's an advantage to do the dodge on the bow bar, if you can. Alright, so the defensive stuff still back up. Crit rush into him. Now, I'm good. So you don't have to blow through this guy if you don't want to. Remember, you control when the round changes. So if you want to get some more ultimate up for the next round or whatever, feel free to do that. Alright, so I'm using a lot of power-ups in this round just because it's starting to get to the later rounds, and I take out the caster immediately. There's 2 casters here and 2 big guys. I don't really worry so much about the big guys just because I kind of move around and avoid their cleave charge, and then once I get both those guys down, I'm going to do all my dots. So caltrops, scorched earth, jabs their faces off, and just, you see how I'm moving a circle constantly? Move in a circle constantly. Don't just stand there face tanking them. It'll be so much easier if you learn to constantly move in a circle. You're going to avoid their cleave, you're going to avoid their cast or channel, and their stun. Constantly move. It's like, treat it like PvP. If you're standing still, you're dead. Caster comes out right here right away. I'm going to throw 2, 3, 4 spears, I guess. Don't get too carried away with the spears like I just did. And the reason why is because they cost a lot. They cost a lot of stamina, so you don't want to just sit there and spam cast them. Use them as a stun and then close the distance with crit rush usually, not just spam casting it. But I was playing it safe. Oh my god, I ran right into that. I was like, oh, panicking. Okay, so get this boss down and just keep moving around. So once his channel's done, you'll see I'm going in a circle. Go in a circle. If you get anything from this video, movement is key. Okay, so the troll face is going over here. Now, the final round, what you got? You're going to have about 85% ads are going to come out. I like to do this platform first here. Reason why is there's no key power-ups for me. I'm going to put my caltrops a little bit towards the edge. Reason being is those mobs are going to come from that side, right? So I want them to start getting damage early on. So I'm going to push him over. Oh, where's the troll going? Troll, go over here. He is. Great. So we're going to try to nuke this troll down real quick. They're sitting in my caltrops. Archer down. Oh, and the big red circle of death. He's heavy attacking me. So you got to watch for those heavy attacks on the melee guy. If you can just nuke him down right away, it's not too bad. But he will one-shot you with that heavy attack. Refresh my buffs. Get Purifying Light going here. Engine Guardian proc. Bash. And when you do a crit rush, you can do a little trick here that you basically do crit rush and then bash light attack. It's kind of hard to pull off, but you can do it. Okay, right there he's stunned me. Now, that's important because the stun is actually good for us. Why? Because we have that Unchained passive where it reduces stamina cost by 80%. So if someone stuns you in PvE, PvP, basically what I do is I use that to refresh my high cost abilities like caltrops. It's like a free caltrops basically. So that's what I use it for. And the biggest threat here is that guy right there. So don't get too aggressive. You shouldn't be standing around for more than 1 to 2 seconds at most when he's casting. Since we're doing no death, we don't need a big score, so we're just going to grab both power-ups. And I'm trying to get some stamina back from that dead body over there. I'm going to do Dawnbreaker here just to make it a little bit easier, and then go into burn mode. Caltrops is still going to be around for 10-15 seconds, so I'm going to recast it. Why? He stunned me, and go in a circle. Circle, 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 circle. I'm using jabs and Executioner. Boom, we got it done. Round 6 here, and you need to make sure you have Evil Hunter on your bar. Now, it's really hard to decide what you take off for Evil Hunter. I still like Scorched Earth over Caltrops, just due to the cost. So I take Caltrops off for this. I like my Javelin for the stun. It's really useful, especially dealing with the Ranger type characters, the ranged archers that will be destroying you. So I go with Evil Hunter. Remember that not every mob in here will refresh your Evil Hunter. So obviously the ones that look dead and undangered, but like the Scorpion guy, or the little Horber guy, that's not necessarily going to refresh your Evil Hunter. So make sure you're constantly looking for that buff to be up. It'll last 15 seconds, and every kill you get, you're going to get that refresh. So you see this? Look at the time here. This little bug is not going to refresh it. It's down to 4 seconds. So Delta bar swap, recast it. Okay, got Crazy Man here. And if it gets troubling like this, just drop a Nova. Don't panic. That damage mitigation will really help you out. Taking him out. So the main thing with the big ogre guy is he's not that much of a threat. Just don't permanently block. You really just want to block his heavy attacks. The swipes that he's doing, we can heal through that with Purifying Light, Rally, and Star of the West. So it's just the heavy attacks you're really going to want to block. And when he's doing the heavy attacks, don't hold block down the entire duration. Remember, you just need to hold it a split second. Every second you're holding block, you're losing stamina. That's what you need, that stamina. Okay, so we got him down. Scorpion's about down. Ultimate's building up, looking good. Let's get the Scorpion down, and we're gonna set up shop here. Now these guys will teleport to you usually, so that's why I kind of put the Scorched Earth there. But I stunned him and then got him out of my Scorched Earth. Bad. You want him in the Scorched Earth, not the Javelin him out of it. I got a little work to do on the old Javelin. Those little spiders there, usually what you can do is crit rush, bash, and or light attack, and that will kill them instantly with an Executioner. And make sure to get those unwebbed. Also, it's great for your stamina regen because they're just an easy kill. Get that stamina back up. Nova, Scorched Earth, get my 2 buffs going. Evil Hunter, later tater. Alright, what do we got? We got 2 casters here. I'm going to stun them, put them right back in the Scorched Earth, and zip on over to get that guy. Now, I'm going to let this little Horber go because I only need 1 more totem to be unlocked to stun everyone. And I don't really need the stun right now. What you're going to need the stun for is usually the start of round 4 is really nice, or the start of round 5. Just depends, the boss round. So, no worries. One of the things got webbed since I wasn't paying attention to the far side. So when I'm killing these guys, you see how my camera is? My camera is facing the totems at all times. Why? Well, you need to find those guys, those little Horver guys, putting them over there. So don't turn your camera like right here. You want to attack and then immediately turn around and look where they are. That's going to help you out a lot. See, I can recognize that spider a lot earlier instead of just like mindlessly having my camera pointing towards a wall that doesn't help anyone. I'm going to use Vigor, Purifying Light, or Purifying Ritual. Why do I say Light over and over? Purifying Ritual, remember, you want to cast that first before you do a Vigor, if you can. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, but the 25% is going to apply to that Vigor if you do it first. So it's really important to try to get that done. Alright, Crazy Man comes down, and this guy will do a negate, so you pretty much don't want to use an ultimate, or at least not right away. I'm going to use the power-ups here just because it'll make it a lot easier. Don't need a score. Drop my ultimate here out of his little negate, and guess what? He does the heavy attack. Hold down heavy just for a second. Bash. Rip. And I do that Repentance. So I come back there. Look at the range Repentance has. You don't need to be right on top of the corpse for it to work. So you have a lot of distance. So remember to put yourself in between those. So I'm just spear spamming here because I am full resources. This spawn here, you got the ogre dude and you got the caster. Take out the caster real quick, because once we have just ogre dude, it's not that big of a deal. Casting vigor, get my scorched earth going. Of course, guy got a creepy crawl right there. I'm moving in a circle, just like I said earlier. Circle, circle, circle. Boom, dead. Okay, so this will be started of 4, and you can either use this opportunity to nuke this guy and have this round be a lot easier because there is a lurcher. That's what I'm going to do. So if you want to nuke the lurcher, that's fine. This round will last a while, so I suggest after this, continue to unravel the rest of them because it's going to get reset. That's going to give you a big heads up on the boss round. If you can just basically get them all unwrapped except like one, why does that matter? Well, then the boss is a lot easier to do because you can get them stunned a lot faster. Another boss guy here. Not too hard. I'm going to drop my Nova, hold my block here for heavy attack, and then you see he has that little circle around his head. Just hold down heavy just for a little bit and get him stunned. Now this is where they're going to have a guy that can stun you, a melee guy, and you're going to have 2 archers. The trick here is to constantly watch the melee guy and making sure that he's not stunning you. If you have extra stamina to burn, it's okay to do a dodge roll once in a while to avoid that those arrows and then stun them. If they're stunned for 2 seconds or so, they're not doing their little arrow attack to you. And then hold block when you need. Don't just constantly hold block, but just hold it as the arrow comes into you. It takes time and patience to learn all this stuff. So if it doesn't come naturally, you remember I've done this probably hundreds of times. So it's just like Super Mario Brothers. Now I know exactly what to do. So if you don't freak out about it. It just takes time. And a lot of people come to me and they go, "Oh, Deltia, I'm having trouble." Like, you got to realize this guy, this character, is all gold gear, Undaunted 9. Every single bit of performance I can get out of him, I have. So it goes a lot easier if you squeeze every single bit of performance you can out of the guy. It's just so much easier than like purple gear and blue enchants. But anyways, boss. Okay. So I'm working on the totems and do damage to them. Don't just sit there and like just wait for the totems to go down. I do take these guys out. The trick with the spider ads is they will do a lot of damage to you from casting. They also will give you a nasty snare, but guess what? We can purge it with Purifying Ritual. So go ahead and do that. Parking guy, and you can park the guy on top of the boss and a totem. That's going to get a little poison damage to him. Make him a little vulnerable, so go ahead and do that. And just continue to work on these guys, doing damage when you can to the boss, making sure you're constantly using potions, and repentancy your engine guardian droids, because that's really, really important. Okay, so I'm going to get over to Crazy Guy. And Caltrops is actually pretty useful for this round, because you're not going to kill the Horvers accidentally. So I'm bringing them over. I have decent amount of stamina, trying to recast my buffs, drop a Nova. And I don't get a good burn on him, really. I just wasn't prepared as well. But you wanted to proc it to 50%. So I'm going to take this guy out just so I don't have to deal with the Lurcher and that dude and get some stamina back. Okay. So now you can play it easy, or you can play it hard or safe. If you play it easy, you're basically going to continue to kill the Lurcher on top of the boss and unwrap totems. If you want to do a high score round, you just need to burn it. So just do damage, get a power up, or just try to kill it just outright without worrying about the totems. Dawnbreaker here, after you use a Nova, is very, very useful. And you don't have to kill the Lurcher. Obviously, it's useful to kill him, but if you just have enough damage where you can just burn through, I don't even worry about the Lurcher. Dead. Whew, on to the hardest round. Okay, so we're stage 7 here. I'm still playing at melee. Even at the final boss, I still play at melee, and I'll show you how to do it. But make sure that you swap out Evil Hunter for Razor Caltrops now. The reason why, it's a huge open area with a lot of ads, which is really good for our build, but you can do so much damage just having that Caltrops down in the middle area as mobs move to you. You're going to learn where the archers spawn over time, so just don't get frustrated if you don't know where the archers are all the time. But they're the primary targets. The nice thing is they can be stunned. So go ahead and spear them right away if you're getting pressured. Hold block as the rounds are coming in. And right there I'm getting a little pressured, and it's in round 7, so who cares? I'm going to use a sigil. Remember, I've scored 500k before, and it's okay to do that, but we're going for no death. We're not going for high score. So who cares? Use them sigils, especially in the later rounds, so you don't have to redo it. Okay, so once he goes into turtle up phase, I just use that to cast another dot and kind of get back. And that's when he turns red. Basically, he's immune to damage for a while, so use that time to recast your buffs and put a dot on him, a damage over time effect. That will really help. Okay, archer right here. And I'm going to grab a power up just because there's 2 archers. I'm going to stun the one that I'm not focused on. And usually in that about 4-second stun, I can put that one down and be a lot safer for this round. Okay, so Caltrops is coming down, and I'm going to put Scorched Earth, Caltrops down at the center, and we're going to have a bunch more archers here in a second. Okay, those guys spawn, but I got a little totem thing. The problem with stam builds is you really can't avoid the gas stuff. If you get put in the gas, it is almost impossible to heal through it and survive to the next round. I think I do here coming up, but just make a habit of avoiding the stupid gas thing on the ground. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. You will die. Okay, guy's going crazy. Use that to recast our Scorched Earth, throw a spear at him, and he's dead. On to the next round here, and you see that I kind of tricked the little plume. You can kind of dodge roll, use that speed on your bow bar to kind of make it blow up if it's in a really bad position before the round starts. And so that makes it a little bit easier. But don't do it if you don't know what you're doing on a no death, because it will kill you and you'll just waste a life. So it's kind of tricky to do. So this round is basically just prepping these little bugs, and then there's going to be some more little adds, and then the hard part. So we're going to have archers on one side, archers on the next, and then a 3-archer round. Okay, so here we go. You can use a defensive sigil if you like, but you don't really need it, especially if there's 2 archers. When the 3-archer round comes out, then we're definitely going to need it. What will help you is stunning one of the archers that you're not focusing on. And now we have a lizard guy. He almost gets bugged out there, and I was like, oh no, am I going to not do my no death because of a bug? Yeah, that's never happened before. Okay, and we got him down, and so I'm just going to kind of keep my distance here, because that laser stuff will kill you. And when you get on him, make sure to continue to move in a circle. I'm going to do a dodge here because I don't want to screw it up, and I'm using potions. So he's going to get ready to cast, but I just got enough damage on him I can take him out. Whew, I don't really like that round at all. So now comes the 3-archer round. So what we're going to do is focus the 1 archer down. We're going to have 2 adds. Be diligent because they will stun you. So you need to watch them. Watch the adds, and he's casting. That's okay. I'll just spam my little spear on him until I get closer. And don't crit rush over one of those little gas things. If you crit rush over it, usually it procs, usually it hits you, usually you're dead. So just take your time. This is a tough one. We're not going for a high score, so we can just take our time, kill mobs slowly, use our power-ups, and just make sure we're not getting in the gas. So once we get this down, I like to position myself right on top of the defensive one, and then make sure that you're not standing on top of a plume or the edge of it, because you know what will happen. The guy will spawn, you'll get the gas, life will be bad. Okay, so we're going to get this guy down, and what you need to be worried about is your positioning when the last archer guy is about to die. What I like to do, if I can, is position myself over the offensive power-up. That's not going to be able to happen this time, so I'm just going to go over and get it first, then kind of just nuke him, and that's going to put him right on top of one of the trolls. I focus 1 troll first, so I'm going to go ahead and drop my Nova, everything, Scorched Earth, and usually I can just get 1 down almost instantly. And so I did so much damage there, I got him down before I could channel. So now we just got 1. Just watch out for that. You see to the right, look who's there, Caster Freak. So I'm just going to take my time, not panic, get him down. Troll still hasn't turned red yet. Now he's turned red. So let's recast our dots. Recast our heal over time. Rally, get rally up, Delt. Get rally up. I'm just like screwing it. I'm probably nervous right now. I'm really nervous right now. I was like, oh my god, am I really going to get my Stamplar? No death, VMA. Oh, Bomb will be so proud. Okay, boss round. This is not that hard, actually, playing melee. Just continue to do what we've done. When the light turns green, you got to kill these freaks, and you got to kill them fast. So Scorched Earth, Caltrops, maintain your discipline, purify and light down. Okay, so I see that these guys are coming, and you can stun them, but just nuke one of them down real quick. The other one's right on top, perfect for what we're trying to do. So now I got that, and put Scorched Earth at the back of the boss, because if you don't, you're going to kill the guy providing the shield and you will die. So I'm going to put Scorched Earth. I'm just playing disciplined here. And as soon as he's down, I'm going to nuke him, and guess what? We got a Gringo. So I'm going to wait for the rocks to go away. Oh, almost got hit with that poison, crit rushing through. It's just an RNG battle here. So he stuns me. What am I going to do? Use my Unchained to refresh them caltrops. It's very, very, very useful here. And he's not doing a whole lot of damage to me as I'm moving in a circle around him. Once you get used to what that looks like when he's going to do his foot stomp, then guess what? You can just avoid it by backpedaling up a little bit. He stunned me again. Caltrops down. I held block when that rock thing happens, just in case. Oh, I got hit with the poison. I got lucky, positioning right by there. Whew, my no death's intact. My heart's beating like a drum right now. Okay, let's use a sigil. Nuke this tater tot, and remember that jabs, you can get right towards the edge. Now, unfortunately, I think I'm a little too far. See, I'm doing jabs and it's not hitting, so it's okay. You know, I should have done a little bit better job positioning. So I'm just going to refresh my buffs, get him down, and then nuke this guy down. Uh-oh, got hit with the poison. I am spamming rally. Oh, and I almost got killed from the rocks all the way over. Oh, don't do that. That was really just RNG luck on this. Talos is with Maximus today. Alright, got stunned. I'm going to break it. And now you can usually burn through. Just hold block. I have the healing one up. My stamina is good. My buffs are up. Potions back up. Dawnbreaker. So I'm looking good. I'm using a tripod for this one, so I'm not going to use it until I get hit big time. And then I'll use it. So right there. And we're just going to go into execution mode here. Dawnbreaker's ticking. Later. Usually once I've made it past round 7, I use a crap ton of sigils if I'm going for a no death, just because the rest of it's pretty easy for me. Just remember that stage 8 and 9 are Evil Hunter rounds. So like I said, you can either have caltrops still or Scorched Earth, but I don't like to have them both because I like the utility of purifying ritual and everything else. So I'm going to use a lot of sigils here because this is close to a no death run. Alright, so the main thing on these rounds is knowing which guy will eliminate you right away. And it's usually the caster guy that puts his hands up in the air. Thankfully, he can be bashed and he can be stunned. So, make sure to throw a spear in his face if you can't reach him or crit rush to him. Excuse me. So we got our little totems here. Not a big deal. We got Crazy Guy. And I like to have around 20k health for my no death runs. The reason is this guy usually can't one-shot us when he does his little attack. So it's not a big deal to kind of go in and play melee. And when he does one of 3 attacks, one's going to stun you, one's a circle, and one's a conal. Continue to move around in the circle. And if you get stunned, just know to break it, throw your caltrops and vigor down right away. Position yourself here for the next round. Why? Well, this guy, the hand in the air pizza tossing guy that can kill you right away, is right there. So I'm going to nuke him down and try to come back towards the other side because that's where the other mobs are going to be. Ideally, you want to have Scorched Earth up on the specific spot where all the mobs will be before they spawn, just because it'll do so much more damage to them. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'm using a crap ton of these sigils now. Make sure to keep Evil Hunter up. Remember these little bugs, they are not considered Daedra, so it will not refresh your buff. Here, if you're going for no death, grab that defensive one because those flame atros will get reflected. And usually I don't even focus on them really because they will just die to being reflected from their fire attacks, or drop a Nova on them right here and it'll take them out along with the boss. So he stunned me. I'm going to use that opportunity to use my Unchained and do Vigor and Purifying Light down to get rid of that fire flame damage. You can cleanse it. Break free. Just kind of move in a circle. So I have enough healing here where he's not going to one-shot me, and enough health where that's not an issue. Okay, moving on. Here we go. So I like to position myself right here, right away, and I put my Scorched Earth down. But get Rally up, Delt. Get Rally up. Cast Rally. Oh, I'm getting mad at myself. There we go. Rally's up. Take these little guys down. Remember, if the further away you get from this dude, he can crit rush to you and kill you. So either hold block or don't get away from him very far. Evil Hunter's up, not panicking, and just looking for those telegraphs. Don't let that happen where you get stunned. I should have blocked there. because if they both attack you, you're dead, and then you just wasted an hour of your life trying to get no death for no reason. Okay, so once you get this, I don't worry about the totem right away. I worry about Pizza Hand Guy. Pizza Hand Guy needs to die. Okay, now that Pizza Hand Guy's down, we're just going to kind of dodge roll around, get some sigils. Who cares? We're just going to try to beat this and kill the boss just like we did before. He gets stunned. Now, you don't need to use an ultimate here. And the reason why, the next round, when I was training for this, I got like insta-killed by 5 attacks right away. So what I like to do is just save my Nova or Shooting Star if you're going for a high score for this first initial pull. The reason why is it's really heavy damage to come. And so what you can do is kind of nuke one target right away with the Nova and just limit that damage if you're in trouble. So Pizza Hand Guy's up. Well, we got one of the casters down, so we're looking good here to complete this. So I'm going to drop Nova, Scorched Earth, Evil Hunter's up, Rally's up. I got enough healing that I can just take him out. Usually you can get another ultimate by the time the boss comes, but you probably don't want to use it. You want to save your ultimate for the next round. Oh, Hand Guy. Whew. Thank you, Crit Rush, for being so OP. So we got to just continue to work on what you're doing. Here I position myself on the shield because you're going to have the boss, mini-boss, and casters coming. And usually the totem's right there. So I got this. Now, he will stun you and chains you like that. No big deal. Do a dodge roll or try to avoid it best you can. And then I position myself on top of the boss. Don't use an ultimate here if you're going for the no death. You want it for the next boss. You can almost 1 to 2 shot the next boss if you do it right. So don't worry about that. And cleanse is super helpful here using Purifying Ritual. Purifying Ritual, see my cleanse now keeps on popping up because he just loves to whip the crap out of me, and it's enough damage. Now quickly position yourself right here. So the totem I like to kill, I like to grab the power up and then just kill this totem with the crit rush, and then just basically an executioner, Scorched Earth will take it off. Grab the speed one and then jabs, boom, executioner. And what we're trying to do is kill these totems so fast that the little guy, the pizza guy, won't be up. So boom, Evil Hunter, bar swap, do as much damage. Now, I can get him down to about 35% on my full DPS build, which allows me to basically two-shot this guy. So that's what's going to help me out so much. Boom, crit rush, jabs, and usually an executioner with a light weave will kill this. But you've got to be wary of the Pizza Hand Guy. If you can do it fast enough, you can get it down where he's not even an issue. See, he spawned right there. So I didn't do it fast enough. Why is that important? Well, guess what? If he puts his hand up, you're pretty much going to die unless you deal with it. So I'm positioning my camera so I can see when he puts his hand up. Puts his hand up. Come on. Just DPS through it. DPS through it. DPS through it. Ugh. So I got lucky there DPSing through it. Oh snap. Stage 9 time. Now I'm getting the jitters. Oh, I'm nervous. So okay, so what's going to help you here is knowing the mobs that can take you out instantly. So the archers will do a take aim, that right there. Now that's not going to take you out instantly. It's cast, you can interrupt it, stun them, whatever. What's going to kill you instantly is the Soul Tethering Nightblades. So remember that almost every mob in here can be stunned. And this Dragonite guy that's giving me a lot of trouble, guess what? Purifying Ritual, it takes me out of his talons, just like it does in PvP. So it's really important to use Purifying Ritual a lot. It's going to help you with the flame damage. It's going to help you getting out of those talons, the annoying talons. And it's going to heal you, give you major mending. So you've got to have Purifying Ritual on for this. Okay, so watch this. I just drop a Nova and everything, and look how much healing I have. My health isn't even moving. It also helps that I killed him in 5 seconds too. If you can do that, those little crematorial guards are not that troubling to deal with. Now when there's 3 other mobs beating on you, they can be. But make sure you know when they spawn and you're prepared for it. Whether you're going to get an ultimate ready, whether you have your Purifying Light down, you need Purifying Light and Rally up by the time that comes. Okay, so I didn't grab that guy, not a big deal. Why am I knocking him out of Scorched Earth? I don't know, I'm just so nervous right now. Like I said, this is not my best run, but it's no death, so... And I'm like, I'm grabbing sigils, I don't care. If I get a 200k score, it doesn't matter. I just want the title. Okay, so I got the Spectral Explosion, but don't just automatically use it, right? You want to wait until one of the crematorial guards. You get about 15 seconds where you can use it, so I'm going to hit it right here. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get the crematorial guard, just making the round a lot easier. And later, Tater. So now I'm going to position myself to get the other gold one in between the white dudes. Purifying Ritual. This ogre dude can be stunned, so he's going to do a lot of flame damage to you and just kind of pepper you. You can throw a spear at him real quick, but I'm worried about the Nightblade because that guy will insta-kill me. So I got him down. You can cleanse his fire damage and throw a spear to knock him down. Just keep kind of messing with him. He's going to do a channel cast right there, bash, and whip. Okay, he's done. So you can see what's really effective here. Purifying Ritual is super effective, and I'm using it over and over trying to proc Stamina Engine Guardian. So this one starts with the Cream Guard, so I'm going to drop my Nova, and I'm facing myself towards the caster. Why? Well, I want to see what they're doing and what they're casting. So I had enough damage that I could DPS Crematorial Guard through it while getting healed. Now I'm going to get a nice little break. Boom. And use that Spectral Explosion. We're going to have tons of bodies to repent. Deltia, why didn't you repent that? Come back to the middle, get the double repent, CC break. I'm going to use that CC break to cast a couple abilities. Really low stamina cost once you CC break. Okay, so now we got this crazy dude. Not too big of a deal, just grabbing a bunch of sigils here because, well, we got no death, who cares? And boom, he changes you in, continue to do damage. You need to kill him right here, otherwise all these ads are going to come out. So we got Ogre Dude, so we want to stun him as best we can while dealing with the Dragonite dude. So you're going to take a lot of flame damage here. Purifying Ritual is your friend. So during that channel cast, boom, knock him back, and this is one of the harder pulls here. So Purifying Ritual, got Evil Hunter down, Scorched Earth, Nova. You should be able to take him out. So my health dips there. I'm going to use a tripod along with Rally, one cast, Vigor. Purifying Ritual is still down. It just monster amount of healing helps me get through it. So save the tripods for that particular pull. That's going to give you 8,000 or so health along with the heal over time, Rally, Star of the West, and those Cream Guards are not that hard. In fact, I mean, I have so much healing on this build that it's like almost I'm playing a magic build. It's just really, really easy. And then this one is basically just, you know, killing these guys on the edge. Remember that they can be stunned. So if you're having trouble with this, just throw a javelin, knock them back. They'll get back on their path, but this is really just a warm-up round. It's not too hard. The only thing that you're going to have trouble with maybe is the fact that there's a Cream Guard coming in the second or third spawn after this one, I think. So get your power-ups ready if you're having trouble with healing. So I position myself on top of this ad guy along with the Cream Guard. Boom. So Nova. I'm dropping all my healing. Purifying Ritual isn't down, so that's a mistake that I made there. But I still had enough damage to kill it. And you can see where Nova comes in handy. Nova is helpful in this round just because of the damage mitigation. Oh, kill him. The damage mitigation, damage reduction is just so helpful, preventing me to die. Because the Crim Guards, when they're doing 20% less damage, they don't hit nearly as hard. Plus, we can purge that fire dot. Okay, I'm going to use this. So once you stun them, basically, you know, you don't need to worry about the two little walkers. And you can knock them back with a javelin, and that's going to give you plenty of time just to kind of kill both of them and spawn in the next round. When in doubt, if you're doing this and you're watching, you're like, oh my god, how's he doing so much damage? It's just, you got to spec your character for the best possible way you can. All gold gear, all VR16, the best Munda Stone, everything. You can't, you know, just half-ass it if you want to get this done this easy. Okay, Rally's up, Purifying Ritual, and just look at my health. That alone is enough just to nuke him, and my health's not even dipping. Now, I do have a Sigil up, so that thing is super powerful. So I'm going to grab the defensive one and the offensive one. I'm going to block his heavy attack only and get really aggressive. His flame damage is going to kick back at him due to the defensive one, so I'm trying to kill him before he does the knockback. If I can do that, I'm in a real good position. Okay, here he comes, and try to get him down before the other guys spawn. Okay, other guys spawn. There's going to be white guys over. They're going to be doing take aim. You're going to get CC'd. Don't panic. Try to get the gold thing. Use sigils when you can. Now you just need to go on defensive mode, kind of just not dying to the Crim Guard. Okay, here we go. And my buffs are refreshed. Purifying Ritual down. I see the little gold thing in the background, but I'm not going to get too crazy. I do walk through a white ghost. Luckily, that Imperial health bonus comes in, and we're going to take them both out. Okay, so we got Fat Man here. Boom, knock him back in my Scorched Earth. There, I actually knocked him back in it. No, I didn't. I thought I was cool. And he's going to die. Obviously, don't use an ultimate. You want to use it for the next one. Come here, you. And boom. Oh, holy smokes. We're about to get it. Okay, so I do a lot of damage to him right away. I do so much damage that I push him over to 70% during the Kremguard spawn. So Scorched Earth, Evil Hunter, and then just block now. And now look at his health, 80-some%. So I'm going to grab the heal one. You got to go to him right away. He's going to do that. So I'm going to do Scorched Earth, Nova, heal myself, and here we go. So bash this little dude. He's in the Nova and the Scorched Earth, so the boss is going to flip over to 70%. So now I just need to get both of these guys down. Oh, white stuff's coming over. This is going crazy. The white ghosts are trying to take me out. Oh, panic mode. Okay, got him down. Don't panic like I just did. So I'm going to put Scorched Earth right on top of this little totem. I'm going to nuke down the little doggy. Remember that the doggies can be repentanced. Okay, so once we get up here, you can use a Nova or an ultimate. The trick here is it's going to be stamina intensive because you don't have a whole lot of adds. You also want to use potions that give you movement speed and stamina return will really help you out. And then when you're moving to this little wall thing, continue to try to do damage, whether it's spear, whether it's Scorched Earth, whether it's something. Don't just continue just to move and not do damage. If you can do a poison injection or any little damage over time, this will be a lot easier. Now, I'm having trouble doing damage because I'm trying to save an ultimate for this phase to make the final boss a lot easier. So every time there's a cast, you pretty much want to have one of the ice cubes down. Every time. If you don't, you're just going to get overwhelmed with dot damage, especially the stam build. You see like my health just dipping and I get knocked back. And so I'm out of stam. I'm going to drop down. It's safe to drop down. Now I'm out of everything. I'm getting chased by a Kremguard. I'm getting chased by a dog. And I'm like, oh no, I'm about to lose it. So I'm just like, screw it. Drop a Nova. Even if I have to heavy attack, I'm going to kill something. Oh, I got one down. I can repent. I'm going to use every sigil I freaking can because I'm not coming back here to do this. Purifying Light spam. Trying to get Engine Guardian to proc. Yes, I got him down. Okay. Whew. Now I got some stamina back, I got a tripod up, life's looking a lot better, and I'm like, where's the portal? Why can't I use it? No dog around. Okay, well I already killed him on top. 50% stamina, I got basically just one to kill now. So my lesson here to you is you want to use an ultimate at the top if you can, and nuke these things down, one per little wall. If you can't, drop back down and take a little break, get back up. This is not we're not going for speed, we're just going for survival. So it doesn't matter how long this takes, it matters if we just don't die. Alright, so we got the rock down. I'm just watching my stamina, trying not to dodge roll excessively. As soon as this happens, I usually go to my bow bar and do a dodge roll for that extra movement speed, because usually he's clear across the way. I've died there not interrupting him early on. So here I'm getting nervous as crap because this is pretty much easy mode now. Gotta watch your stamina. I do kill this guy on non-speed rounds. Get him down and you continue to just basically get the ghost using your potion, getting up resources for the burn phase. So you're going to have a cream guard here at the third gold thing. And when he's going to move, he's going to do a cast. So right there, we're going to grab it. We're going to bash him. And here we go. Drop a Nova, drop Scorched Earth, make sure Evil Hunter's up, and then you can kill usually both of them or one of them. Once the cream guard's down, don't panic, don't get too excited, just take your time. Realize that the thing that will kill you here is not interrupting his cast, his channel. And that's basically it. So thank you guys for watching this. I can't believe we got it done. I love my Stamina Templar. This is my favorite build, still probably the Harvester. It's just a lot more survivable. And that cast right there, you bash it, it's game over. The build is in the description. Thanks for watching.